Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are visiting, please kindly subscribe to Samuel Soundwave. 8th April 2026 was a very important day in Nigeria politics. It started with a public protest and ended with a private meeting that could change the future of the country by the end of the Wednesday in Abuja. Two major opposition parties did something many people had thought was not possible. They met together in the same place to talk. This meeting did not happen by chance. It was held at the home of ADC National Chairman David Mark in the Apple Legislative Quarters. The people who attend the meeting eat one of the most important political gatherings in Nigeria since the creation of the APC in 2013. If you only pay attention to the protest earlier that day, then you miss the biggest story. The day began with a strong protest in Abuja. Several well-known political leaders came together to lead it. Among them were David Mark, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, Peter Obi, Rabi Kwankwaso, Rotimi Amaechi, and Tambuwa. The leaders, among with many supporters, marched through the streets as part of what they call the Save Nigeria Democracy protest. They walked from Matana roundabout to the headquarters of INEC. The protest carried signs with clear message. Some read, "Hands off our court," and "Tinubu, let our democracy breathe." At the end of the march, they submitted a formal complaint. They asked for the removal or resignation of the INEC chairman. They accused him of misconduct, abuse of power, and failing to remain neutral, which is very important for someone in charge of election. One symbolic moment stood out during the protest. The crowd sang Nigeria former national anthem, Arise Compatriots. This was not the older anthem restored in 2024, but the one many Nigerians connect with the country's democratic identity. This choice, like everything else at the protest, was carefully planned. The protest was not just about sending a message to Nigerians, but also to the international community. It was designed to show that many people believe Nigerian democracy is under threat. However, the most important part of the day happened after the protest ended. In a surprising move, leaders from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, visited the African Democratic Congress, ADC, to show support. This kind of visit is rare in Nigeria politics, especially between parties that are not usually allies. The PDP representatives said they were concerned about what was happening in the country. They mentioned issues in the political system, the courts, and the streets. They said they came to show support and to stand for a fair and open democratic system. Their message was short and direct. There was no longer speech or big media event. After that, both groups went into a private meeting. The meeting took place at David Mark's residence. Important figures from both parties attended. From the PDP side, Oyo State Governor was present. He is known as a smart and careful political strategist. Others, including Professor Jerry Ghana, Adolphus Wabara, Babangida Ayu, and members of the PDP National Working Committee. On the ADC side, where the same leaders who had just led the protest earlier that day, all of them sat together to talk. The meeting is important because the PDP and the ADC are not neutral partners. The ADC, including many political who left other parties, including the APC, the PDP itself is dealing with international problem and division. For these two groups to meet privately on the same day as a major protest is a strong signal. It suggests that opposition leaders may be ready to work together. Many observers believe this could be the beginning of a bigger political plan. The leader may have realized that acting separately will not be enough. They may now see the need to unite in order to protest democratic institutions and challenge the ruling party more effectively. This is a clear historical example that makes this moment even more interesting in 2013. Several opposition parties joined together to form the APC. At that time, many people doubted that such a group could succeed. The parties were different and had their own interests. But within about a year and a half, they achieved something hasty. They defeated a sitting president and ended in 16 years of PDP ruling. The moment changed Nigeria politics forever. What is happening now have some seminars. This is growing concern about the state of democracy. This is a shared belief among opposition leaders that institutions are under pressure. This is also a sense that unity may be necessary. The meeting between the ADC and APC on April 8, 2026 could be the first step towards a similar coalition for the 2027 election. Still, there are challenges ahead. The PDP is divided. Not all factions were part of the meeting. For example, the group linked to Nyesom Wike was not present. The ADC also hit its own issues, including a court case about its leadership. In addition, the party youth wing had given INEC a 72 hours deadline, and upcoming party event will test its stability. Even with these challenges, the meeting remains significant. The presence of Sheyi Makad is especially important. He is known for being a careful and strategic. He does not attend meetings without a clear reason. His involvement suggests that serious planning may already be happening behind the scene. Right now, Nigeria democracy is being tested in many ways. There are concerns about the courts, the electoral body, public protests, and political negotiations. What happened on April 8 shows all these issues coming together at once. The big question is what happened next? Can the ADC and PDP truly work together? Can they build a strong coalition to challenge the ADC, APC in 2027? And what does this meeting mean for the future of Nigeria political system? One thing is clear, the events of that day were not ordinary. They may be remembered as the beginning of a major shift in Nigeria politics. Thank you for watching my video.